Now, this for real though. I remember this happening before. I think it was like bath salts or something of that nature. Right? Y'all remember like it was like 10 years ago where people was like taking bath salts and wilding out like they was in zombie land. Yeah, apparently it's something involved in fentanyl that's having a similar effect. Let's take a look at a video clip of it. Then I'll give my opinion and see if I got to go Vin Rames in this piece.
Sheriff's officials have launched a new program to track the so-called flesh-eating zombie drug. It's called xylazine. The animal tranquilizer has been increasingly showing up in local street drug supplies. Corrine Winter is live in downtown LA with those details.
Hi there, Lou. Well, from law enforcement officials to addiction specialists out there, there's a growing concern about the effects of this drug on the streets of Los Angeles, and that's prompted new action by LA County Sheriff's officials. The deadly opioid fentanyl. It's not the only potent narcotic ravaging the streets of Los Angeles.
I've never seen anything like what we're dealing with right now.
The animal tranquilizer, xylazine, also known as a flesh-eating zombie drug, is saturating the drug market locally, sometimes disfiguring users.
Oh my God. So it's the truck doing it now. It's not even the people. It's yo. Why would they even continue to take this? That's crazy. That's addiction times 1,000.
Who develop severe sores. In some of the most extreme cases, people have had limbs amputated. Others have died from overdoses.
We had a woman come in and her sister had passed away from a fentanyl overdose.
So it turns you into a zombie, but it eats your
fentanyl overdose. Her skin was starting to rot, the muscles on her leg and her arm. So that's a sure sign of...
So the drink like turns you into a zombie pretty much as far as like your skin rotting. Wow.
Xylazine.
LA County Sheriff's officials are now taking steps to track the presence of xylazine, or tranq, in confiscated drugs. Why hasn't it been more on the radar for authorities? Xylazine isn't illegal. It's not a controlled substance, so whenever crime lab analysts detected the additive in other substances like fentanyl, it wasn't immediately flagged. Tranq, when added to fentanyl, increases a user's high.
It's really gruesomely disfiguring people. Much more likely to stop someone from breathing. And the things that come along with xylazine, it's a vasoconstrictor. So when you're injecting it, it's actually reducing the blood circulation.
Both the DEA and Health Department have issued urgent warnings about xylazine.
So people who are making the choice to continue to take this are saying that it's worth it. Like, because apparently it lasts longer. So they're like, fam, I don't care about my bones and flesh and all this stuff rotting. I needs that. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. But addiction is something serious, bro.
Some consider the county's pilot program a small step in this massive drug war with a staggering increase in deaths. But they say this move will give officials a better sense of the drug's prevalence on the streets of LA and how to counter this new threat.
Oof.
And what makes this drug especially dangerous is that Narcan cannot be used to reverse the effects of an overdose, since tranq is not an opioid. That's the latest in downtown Los Angeles. Corrine Winter, PTLA 5 News.
That's crazy. I actually have a certification to use Narcan. So knowing that you can't even use that if someone does overdose, yikes. This is terrifying. I'm actually glad that I covered this because I do think that people need to hear about it. That's crazy. That is just wow, man. That's a whole bunch of off the wall stuff. But hopefully, I hope they could, I guess, get a hold of this, man, and get some kind of control to where it's not out in the streets. Right? This is super, super unfortunate. But I do want to also add, and it's going to sound kind of morbid, and people are going to be like, BX Beast Boy, how could you say that? You so mean. I'm all about being an adult, accountability, these things, responsibility. They must be aware that these effects are a thing, right? If they continue to take it, knowing, right? So I can't even say I feel bad for them. I can't. I cannot. They're making a choice. I'm all about not controlling people and giving them freedom, right? For me, I would never do it. If I had a loved one, I would try to talk them into going to rehab. Let's get you off this stuff. Let's get this stuff off the streets, all of that stuff. But if people are choosing to do such, I can't sit here and cry for them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I feel bad. No, if your flesh is rotten and you like, let me go get some more. What can I say to you? What the hell? What else am I supposed to say to you? There's nothing. Not a damn thing. It's crazy out here. Very crazy out here. But tell me what you think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Share the video. Watch more. That is just insane. I know I made a lot of changes recently, and it's because I'm trying to make sure I'm good out here in these streets. So this is probably the last big one, but guys, I have a new channel. It's for my live streams and my podcast, Real Talk with BXB Boy. You can find that link. That is a train going on in the background. I'm not editing it out. You can find that the link somewhere on my channel. If you go to my homepage, I'll probably have it in the pinned comments too as well. If not, in the description. But go and check that out. That's where you can catch topics not only early and way before they come out on my main channel, but you actually get to hang out with me and just have conversations, maybe even ask me for advice or just ask me whatever questions you want to have, or ask. So go and check that channel out, subscribe to that. Make sure you check out my previous episodes of my podcast. I appreciate the heck out of y'all, man. Also, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Helps me keep going. You never know, man. I might get canceled. Might come on here. I might be gone tomorrow. Never know. Check me out on Patreon and find exclusive content. You also get early access to a bunch of stuff as well. Check that out.